First cast. I've got a crappie jig on with a cork, a 6-pound test on my ultralight rod, and it's about 76 degrees this morning and pretty nice out here actually. A little bit humid, but the waters came up. We had a good rain, filled the creek up, and it got real muddy. It's just started to clear back out, and I'm gonna give these crappie a try again. I know I've been hearing they've been catching a few, so we're gonna see what happens. I've got my jig set about 2.5 foot under my cork. I'm gonna try that for a little bit, and what I'm doing is just throwing it out there, just giving it a little bounce every now and then. Just gonna see what happens. I don't know if y'all can see that cork over there, but like I said, I'm casting over, trying to get as close as I can to the edge of those pads and come off that bank where it rolls down into the creek channel, and just work it slow off that dip. I'm gonna try something different. I'm just gonna try to swim this jig without a cork. As you can see, I moved down here to the bridge. So far it's a skunk, but we're just gonna work these pylons a little bit, swim this jig, and if I don't have any luck with that, I'll probably go back to a cork for a little bit and just try to work a cork and a jig probably 2 or 3 foot deep around these pylons and see what happens. Well, changed location again. So far it's been a skunk all day. I've got on a little tiny bobber now, and I put on a little micro jig, and I'm gonna try some shallow fishing in the backside of these pads right here off this old culvert. It's just down from my house. Sometimes I've gotten lucky here, other times not so lucky. So we'll just slip up here and see what happens. At this point, I'd take anything because I have got the skunk going on right now. Before all this grew up, I used to could come down here and throw out into these pads as they were dying off and catch a few black crappie. I always caught black crappie down here, but I haven't caught anything down here in a long time. This was just kind of a last resort for my bank fishing trip today, just to give it a try. Oh, I had him. I just lost one. Y'all probably couldn't see it. It's right below me. Felt like a pretty decent fish. I don't know if y'all can see that down there. I bet that one don't hit again because I hooked him pretty good. Probably a big old brimsky. Tell you what, when I left the house at 6 o'clock, there he is. Look at that big old fisher. Stay on here. Let me get back here so in case I drop him, he don't get down there where I can't get him. Now that right there is a hand-sized bluegill, y'all. Look at that. Now that is a good one. Sure enough, good one. Not a giant, but a dadgum good one. Good. Thank you, Lord. Beat that skunk today. He liked that old crappie nibbler. If I start catching one after another of these, I might put a few in the bucket for Den. You know what? I might anyways. Well, I have decided to keep some of these brim to eat. So, went and got my bucket, and we're gonna try it again. If I could catch 9 or 10 of them, that'd be a good mess for me and my little family. Well, my family ain't too little. There's quite a few of us, but that's all right. 9 or 10 of them will give us a good mess of fish to eat. And we'll just see what happens. I need to point that down just a little bit more. They're biting right under my feet off the end of this culvert here. There's a little bit of water flowing under here. I'm just giving that little micro jig. There's enough wind that's keeping it moving, and I'm just giving it a little. If you watch my rod, just a light little tap, just enough to jiggle it a little bit. He must not want it too bad. He didn't tell you. He must have been. There he is. Oh, I might have spoke too soon, y'all. Look at that big old red ear. I believe that's a red ear. Well, it sure is. Let me get over here and get him. Looky there, looky there. Now that's a good size red ear right there. Well, I spoke too soon, didn't I? I mean, it's not the biggest red ear I've ever caught, but man, that's a good size, good eating size red ear. You know why they call them red ear? That right there. Let's put him in the bucket. A couple of these, be good to go. All right. Let's see. Can y'all see that? Oh, I had him again, and I missed him again. I don't know why. A little bitty one, I think. This is a little bitty jig, so any fish can bite this. I mean, a minnows. There he is, there he is, there he is. Get up here, old biggin. Oh, get up here now. That's an eater. Big old bluegill. Yes, sir. Oh, big old hand-sized bluegill. And these things are beautiful, and they will spine the far out of you. Man, these ain't the biggest I ever caught, but they're gonna make a mess for supper, I promise you. I promise you that. Thank you, Lord. Boy, I'd like to hit one of them old crappies. Sockeye, some of you call them. White perch. Depends on where you are. Down here, we just call them crappie, or crappie. I call them crappie. Crappies. I call them dinner. Lunch, breakfast, and dinner. Can y'all see that cork? Look at that. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Now that felt like a good one. Look where he's rolled up. I bet y'all can't see that. I don't know if that's picking up real tight in there or not. I bet it ain't. That little bitty cork's hard for me to see, but you might be able to see it. Man, that felt like a doozy right there. Felt like he had some backbone to him. Man, I've been to 2 different places this morning. Was about to give up and go home, and I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna try it before I go. And I'm glad I did, because I got that skunk off of me. And now I got a few fillets, so that's gonna be the best part. know if I had the camera pointing on that or not. There's a little black crappie. Come right out of the end of that bush. You gotta be 10 inches in Lake Conway to keep black crappie. Erp, erp. Thank you, Lord. Get out of here, little buddy. I probably wasn't pointing the camera at it, but I can see now because I was facing this way. But it might have been on there. Now that's a keeper crappie, guys. If I can get him, I'm down here in this stuff. Oh, stay on, buddy. Oh, yes. Now that's a keeper. That's a keeper. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. I gotta go up here and get my bucket. Now come down here in this junk pile of weeds and thorns. Well, better not leave that in the grass. Something might just decide to hit it. Let's stick it right here. Thank you, Lord. Now that is a dandy. Whoa, white crappie. Oh yeah, that crappie is 11 and a half, almost 12 inches. Thank you, Lord. Get him in the bucket. Yes, thank you, Lord. Man, that just goes to show, never give up. I thought I was skunked. I fished a couple hours this morning and then well, I did get a couple little teensy bites. But right here is where I caught both them crappie. Just right in the edge of this. Look at there, another little black crappie. Of course, he ain't legal. Yeah. Hold on there, bub. I'm gonna get you. He wasn't coming off. Look at that. Little old black crappie. Look at his tail. Now, something either got a bite of him. I bet you something got a bite of him. He's a little bitty fella. Or a little bitty lady. Whatever it is. Let's let him go. Get out of here. I'll get you next year when you're pounder. Let's try right there. Oh, not right there. I don't want right in the bush. Yeah. We're in it now. Oh, yep. You see that? I got right in that bush. I'm about to drop him. I don't know if he's gonna make 10. Oh, look at this. Now you're talking about barely hooked. He is barely hooked. He might make 10. I gotta go measure him. Got to measure him. Let's find out. I don't know if he's gonna make it or not, but we're gonna find out. Oh man, 9 inches. That's a darn shame. Well, we'll get him next time. Good Lord willing. I thought he might be a little short. Let's go let him go. But there's a black, that's another black crappie. Another black crappie. There you go. Get out of there, buddy. Let's move it. Let's try right here for a second. Just see what happens. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Right there in front of my face. Let me see if I can get my hands on him. He ain't gonna make 10 inches, but good night, fellas. Ladies, oh, he's poked the dog out of me. Yep, he won't make 10 inches. But you look at that. That is another beautiful black crappie. Mercy, mercy. Erp. Another one of them 9 inchers. Thank you, Lord. Did y'all see where I caught that? Now y'all look at my feet. My feet are right here. And I caught that fish right there. See if there's another one down there. He got my nibbler, but he may not need that nibbler. But isn't that something? Just foot off the bank. Let's throw another nibbler on there. He's a 9 incher. That's crappie number 5. And that's what I was looking for, and the red ear and the bluegill were just, I guess, a bonus fish. You find grass mats and moss mats and brush like this, you just find any little hole you can get that jig down in. Certain time of year, them crappie will be laying in there. Man, y'all, I didn't do much of an introduction for this video today. There's a little one. I had him. I don't know what it was. He's a little bitty. I saw him. But I didn't do much of an introduction at all on this video. But I just had a minute to go this morning. Stopped down there at the creek by my house. Fished for a little while. Went down under the bridge and fished for a little while. Didn't have no luck. Nobody else was catching any. And I decided to go home, but on my way home I thought, you know what, I'm going to run down here and just try it for a minute. And I'm sure glad I did, because I got to put a few fish in a bucket. We're going to eat a little fish tonight or tomorrow, I don't know when, but man, just a blessing. I thank Lord for this is just a magnificent, beautiful day. I don't want to get into a bunch of stuff, but man, there's just so much going on out there that you got to deal with every day, every night. Sickness, illness, death, you know, so I can say it 100 times. Just financial struggles, relationship struggles. I mean, you name it, it's out there. Addiction. Sometimes you just got to get away for a minute. Just got to get away for a minute, and this is the way I like to do it. Just step outside, just get out there. It's a whole other level outdoors. And I just thank each of you for everything you've done so far, just supporting the channel. Appreciate that. Means a lot. Every sub helps, every like, every comment, everything you do on the channel helps, and I appreciate it. Thumbs up, shares, whatever.